Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Digital Quill Podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. I am me, she is she, they are they, or whatever the people say. Let me take another sip of bean juice. Really good bean juice, by the way. And while we don't have sponsorships, and while we aren't making a lot of money, zero, actually, we're making effectively zero from this. And while seasonal depression is hitting us really hard at the moment, so hard, as a matter of fact, that we just didn't feel like recording on a day that we said we were going to record. Normally, I would have an episode ready and out by this time. The time doesn't matter right now. Sometimes people listen to podcasts to escape time or their daily responsibilities because they just need someone to listen to, someone to talk to. Being human is weird, isn't it? So weird that we often question the basic and simplest of actions, like kindness, generosity, greed, even the flip side. On the note of not being sponsored, the coffee of which I am drinking today is none other than these folks right here. If I can adjust my camera to be where it should be and not all over the place, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. I enjoy good coffee. I enjoy good people. And at the Digital Quill here, we celebrate humans who do human things. Like the coffee. The coffee. Look at the coffee, not at me. The coffee. That's what I'm drinking right now. A nice under $5 delicious coffee. I don't understand OBS sometimes. What was that, OBS? Why did you have my camera oriented in the way that you did? You know what? That's better. There we go. The coffee. Let us explore their Instagram page. Just because we're here. Their first day was Monday. This is their menu. It's actually really delicious. I have tried the toasted marshmallow. Delicious. Today's drink is actually not on the menu itself at the moment. It's a kind of a secret menu item, but it's really good. It is a maple pancake flavor, I believe. And courtesy of these wonderful human beings, actually, I now have a new show to watch. Have any of you seen Veronica Mars? I have not. Full confession, I have not seen that show whatsoever. I've seen some episodes and tidbits here and there, but like to actually sit down and say I've watched it would be false. It would be so false. I don't exactly like false information. I can tell you that I know it's about mystery. And I can tell you that I know people have said I would like the show. And since me and this coffee are going to become really good friends, I need something to watch that's cozy and coffee related, maybe. I don't know where I was going with that one, actually. I just need something new to watch. I'm tired of watching the same 3 things on repeat, even if they are comfort shows. Talking, blah, blah, blah. Filling in time, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, sun's being covered up by clouds. We love that. We love it. We love it so much because that means cozy candle vibes and coffee and gaming and sweater weather. I'm wearing a sweater. I am wearing a sweater. Whatever I said before that, I swear was probably a word. Could have been a swear. Don't know. It's fine. Behold. Candle from last episode. No. One of the flames went out. Oh well. I had the full intention of writing out scripts for this week to stick to a 1-hour format because I have had complaints, not direct complaints, indirect complaints about the length of the show, to which I say, go watch something else then? ? I'm sorry? ? Which is one of the things that is eating away at me in a way, but not really. That's not the thing that's eating away at me. Let's talk for real. I have an event tomorrow. Kind of annual-ish in a way. I think the last one was actually 2023. Maybe. I don't know. All the years are blending together at this point because we're about to enter a whole nother year. And as I said, seasonal depression is kind of a thing right now. And what seasonal depression is, according to the internet, is this. Seasonal affective disorder. SAD. Fitting. Hold on. There was a facial reaction there. Fitting. I think I'll leave my facial reaction up. Seasonal depression. Seasonal depression, also called seasonal affective disorder, is a type of depression. It's triggered by the change of seasons and most commonly begins in late fall. Symptoms include feelings of sadness, lack of energy, loss of interest in usual activities, oversleeping, and weight gain. Treatments include light therapy, talk therapy, and antidepressants. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression triggered by a change in seasons, usually when fall starts. This seasonal depression gets worse in the late fall or early winter before ending in the sunnier days of spring. Okay, that's outside. You can also get mild versions of SAD, known as winter blues. It's normal to feel a little down during colder months. You might be stuck inside and it gets dark early. But full SAD goes beyond this. It's a form of depression. Unlike the winter blues, SAD affects your daily life, including how you think and feel. Unfortunately, fortunately, excuse me, treatment can help you get through this challenging time. Can people get seasonal affective disorder in the summer? It's a rare form of SAD called summer depression, starts in late spring or early summer and ends in the fall. It's less common than the seasonal affective disorder that tends to come during winter. About 5% of the adults experience SAD. It tends to start in young adulthood, usually between the ages of 18 and 30. About 10% to 20% of people in America may get a milder form of the winter blues. A long time ago. I was diagnosed with general depression. And this came before the worst of my attempts. Taking antidepressants made the attempts a lot more frequent. Funny how that worked out. And it took me to my early-ish to mid-20s to realize that I probably fall into the same category of sad. Now, having general depression, I feel like that would almost make sense. The symptoms listed there involved carbohydrate intake. In other words, you start craving more like carbs, chips, junk, stuff like that. Your way of thinking definitely shifts. It's kind of interesting. It almost feels sometimes out of body. Now, before I continue with the speech, I am okay. I promise you, I'm fine. I don't mean I'm in general fine, that, the response we give people and we don't really want to answer that. I am okay. I will be okay. This is just my brain doing brain things. My environment will be changing again. It usually does around this time of year. Because I start again with the theme of this last couple of weeks, goals for resolutions. And that's like kind of the thing that's keeping me floating in like the not sinking territory, but close enough, is that goals. It's partly one of the reasons why I like holding events this time of year. Because I know other people go through seasonal depression. This time of year is weird. Some people have families, some people don't. Some people have good friends, some people don't. Some people it's all work and no play. So, yeah. My self-doubt is really affecting me right now. I started making flyers for my events because I figured it would be easier to have all the information right there instead of just texting people and making Facebook events, because that means I'd have to be on Facebook, which is not something I like doing. Facebook is a weird territory. I prefer other social medias to that place. I get mostly advertisements. Less of my friends, like actual Facebook friends, in my feed, which upsets me. But, sending out invites, I was like, yay, it's a lot better than sending out texts. Surely people will respond. And I know, objectively, like I just said, the holidays are a weird time for people. People get busy. We're not kids anymore. We don't get spring break or winter break off. We have adult responsibilities and families. But when I don't get responses from friends, even though I objectively know that we all get busy and everything's fine, more or less, it's important to me. And it like scratches the itch of rejection sensitivity. It scratches the itch of, you've pissed off everybody, Mars. How dare you? No one wants to talk to you. That's a voice that gets played in my head sometimes. When the reality, again, is people get busy. People don't always have the energy or the spoons to respond or hang out with people or go to events or holiday spending. People are people. That's why, in a way, I'm like, there's next year, there's next event, it's fine. I'll keep inviting, I'll keep doing the thing. But damn it, man. Why am I like this? How am I like this? And what do I do to get better? Other than to remind myself that it's okay. It will be okay. I don't want to badmouth people or shame them or upset them. And sometimes our words do that. Sometimes our actions do that. Even without intending to. But I have good friends who haven't been to my events. And that's a personal problem, I think. A me personal problem. But it's not because they're busy. It's not because they have family things to attend to. They just simply don't want to go. And I don't like doing the whole comparison thing of, you've done this for me, or I've done this for you, so do this for me, kind of thing, because that's transactional and that's not right. In every instance. But I plan these holiday events, the Friendsgiving, the movie nights, now I'm going to be making a couple of flyers for Yule and the solstice. Not just for me. It is for me. It is for the Mars that didn't get family dinners on Sundays growing up. It's for the Mars that was alone at her birthday parties. It's for the Mars that loves seeing people get together. Tomorrow's going to be awesome regardless of how many humans show up, because there are people that are going to show up. And I wish I could express my gratitude for them, because their presence tells that little tiny voice in my head that keeps trying to tell me that it's my fault, that I'm not enough, that I've pissed off everybody around me and no one ever wants anything to do with me ever again. Oh, God. Those humans that show up, they tell me. They tell that voice to shove it. And it might only be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. But those 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, they're there. And it might not be the best friend I've known for 100 years, or the people I consider family, or something, but it'll be people. And that's the point, is that it's people. People doing people things. People getting together and sharing conversation and story and presence. It's that presence is the other thing that anyone who knows me knows I have a hard time with keeping a conversation going text-wise. Something I try to get better at, especially since I'm gonna have to answer comments and stuff like that. And the other day, the voice in my head was like, you only get 1 or 2 comments every other video. You could respond to those immediately. Why don't you? Part of that is a muscle thing. I need to be exercising my presence muscle. part of my goal planning actually has that in a form of implementation. Stormy the cat, could you please stop messing with the box? And thank you. One sec. I now have a cat. Say hi to the camera, Stormy. Ah! She doesn't like being held. But I moved the box, so she can't distract me now. Silly cat. I don't even know where I was. Something about depression and event planning. Why I do the events. People doing people things and sharing stories. Nope, can't remember. More coffee. I know maybe on some level it could be me. Oh, goal implementation and trying to get better at being more present and responding to comments and text messages. We all have things to work on. And I wish it was easier to communicate just in the moment with people. And maybe doing the hard thing. Like communicating even when I don't know if I feel like it is needed. But then what does that do? Constantly communicating when you don't feel like it. I feel like it drains your interactions faster. You don't get as fulfilling of a conversation or engagement that way. Sometimes I get stuck, and I'm not entirely sure how to overcome that. But overcome it one day we might. Who knows? More coffee until then. It's delicious. And totally leaves coffee stains. Which is fine. We have teeth brushing equipment for that. Do to listen to me whine about what sad is and all the changes in symptoms. Seasonal affective disorder is a type of depression. So if you have seasonal affective disorder, you might experience mood changes and symptoms, including sadness, feeling depressed most of the day, anxiety, carbohydrate cravings and weight gain, extreme fatigue and lack of energy, feelings of hopelessness or worthlessness, basically normal depression symptoms, trouble concentrating, feeling agitated or irritated, limbs and arms that feel heavy, loss of interest, sleeping problems, thoughts or death, thoughts of death or suicide. Well, that's an interesting set of things with sad. For the summer sad, trouble sleeping, insomnia, episodes, violent behavior, decreased appetite, and weight loss. So at least it balances out. Oh my god. Something to talk about in therapy later. Great. Biological clock changes. Okay, that might make sense. Brain chemical vitamin D deficiency. Shh. I get plenty of sun. Negative thoughts. Who is at risk? People who have another mood disorder. Live in cloudy regions. Well, that ain't me. And women. women, other forms of depression are mental health conditions. So ADHD and general depression and maybe even CPTSD. Who knows? The brain does weird shit. Yeah. Ignore that. Ignore my desktop. Podcasting really is like a weird form of therapy. Even with talking to myself. Air quote. Come on, fine motor skills, jeez. Do you have experiences of sad? Call a friend today. Because they might also have feelings of sad. Speaking of calling and goals and communicating and being present in the moment. I'm going to change my voicemail. I've already gotten a handful of different voicemails I have saved talking about the voicemail itself, which was fully my intention. But after some more recent years, I definitely needed to look at how I communicated and I needed to look at and take an assessment of my communication habits and how I could improve those moving forward. Because there were definitely strong issues in that sphere if they are not still present there. Except it's kind of like doing it with a twist. Because if I implement forms of communication to the point where I'll burn out, we'll go back to square zero. Regression will happen. Like, even if it wasn't myself and I didn't know myself, like, if you force something without introducing it as a small growth of habit, this isn't gonna make sense. I'm sorry. And if it does, great. You might actually have some form of neurospicy. Thank you. But, so at the base level, if you like go full force with something, depending on the environment and the brain and everything else, you might regress. So like if you jump full feet in on something you really struggle with, not saying don't jump full feet in, but like there is room for error. So for some things you want to be a little bit more meticulous about them. An example, if I just go balls to the wall on communication habits and messaging people and blah blah blah, this, that, and the third, I will overwhelm myself, burn out, and shut down for months. Not just weeks, not just days, months. Which means in that monthly period, there will be no communication. There will be no outreach. There will be nothing. And what does that mean? Stagnation. And bad things. Very, very bad things. For this problem in particular, especially with dealing with the subject that is myself, slow introductions, because there are a few different reasons and areas as to why I have such a disconnect with communication. And one of those is because of a cat who's about to really make the dumbest decision of it. There you go. Dumbest decision of its life. With the subject involved being myself and the problems being where they stem from, a few of those being phone anxiety, not because of any like social anxiety, more of a how phones have been used anxiety. For the longest time, the only reason it would ring, and this was before the last couple of years, so like early adulthood, early 20s, when I first got a phone, it wouldn't be positive communication. It would be a phone call, just as an example, a phone call for getting something or doing something, being of service to someone else, right? The next reason for the phone calls would be to be screamed at, to be told that I did something wrong. I'm trying to rewrite those narratives in my head, because that was something that went on for years in various forms. I maybe have like 4 or 5 memories on lock where the phone calls were like positive with certain individuals. Most of them give me anxiety at the present time of speaking about them. Fuck. So yeah, trying to rewrite those narratives in my head that phone calls and communication means negative things, means problem, means survival state instead of open and vulnerable and expressive. Trying to highlight that shadow, if I will. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of continuation, and being in my head about my event planning is not helping myself, but it is something that is happening. Being a human is weird. Being a human brain, or a human with a human brain and a human body in a human world that isn't necessarily designed for humans, is weird. Trying to design your own space for yourself, both physically and in your own head, is weird. Life is weird. Life is very weird. And on that note, I don't really feel like talking anymore. Not right now. I don't know what to talk about. More of my goals, more of communication errors, more of why I'm so sad and upset about my event planning, and totally 100% me problems that I need to work on slowly. I guess I could talk about the Let's Plays, or actually, you know what? There is one thing I'm leaving out that I shouldn't be, because music. Let's see here, actually. It'd be a lot easier to achieve it through this app and not Chrome of BS. Damn it. Maybe it's in my likes list, I hope. Butterfly Imagine Drags. Okay. There we go. Now we can... Excuse me, mouse. This fellow human needs your help. And yes, this is music. And yes, you will help them. solo it. Check it out. Read the screen if you're on the video portions. Read it and weep. Tonsil, I think I said that correctly, is an electric vocal force from Kansas City who draws inspiration from alternative electronic metalcore and film composers to create a unique genre mixing alternative pop sound. Tonsil's impressive range and gritty voice take the forefront, accented by a headpiece that acts as a billboard and a face for the character. Let's go to their Instagram. And I should probably change my default browser. But this is the human that I am talking about at the current moment. They're very unique. I discovered them because of TikTok. Yay, shout out to TikTok for everything, I think. I guess, perhaps, maybe... kind of wondering if I play a video. I can't because I need to log in. Let's just go ahead and do that then, because I'm already logged in here. Meow. Not that you can hear it, probably, because OBS is telling me you can't, but human. I swear they're a real human. And they aren't not real human. They're a real human, and they're pretty cool. Follow their TikTok and their Instagram and their Spotify. I think they might be on YouTube as well. Good music, very interesting, very strange, in like a good way. Like, if you like strange and peculiar, they're strange and peculiar for you. Stares off into the distance. I have a lot of things to figure out. A lot of things to do. That's always going to be true on both fronts. So I'm going to go do that. You'll see more of me. Also, I decided to record today because I like doing a certain schedule. If it's not every other day, Monday through Friday, or 5 days a week, or something else that makes more sense to myself, then it feels uneven and incomplete. And if I recorded Monday, Tuesday, didn't Wednesday, yesterday, and today, it being Friday, I'm pretty sure it's Friday. Time doesn't matter. Don't worry. It's a human concept that doesn't actually exist. Maybe. But anyway, thank you for tuning in and listening to me about more nonsense. Listen to me talk about more nonsense. It is appreciated. Keep going, humans of Earth. Don't stop. Be the change that you want to see, at least in your own world, if we can't change the rest of the world overnight. Drink water. Support local businesses. Enjoy the cozy vibes of the world with fall approaching us and candles being a thing. Even though I don't know if candles are actually a good thing sometimes. But anyway, problem to discuss later. And yeah, thank you for letting me share my time with you and vice versa. I hope you have a good day, good week, good holiday season, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna set the intention now, but I will be recording all 5 days next week, Monday through Friday. Come rain or shine, come no topic or topic, I'll do it because this is what I want to do. And not doing what I want to do, like recording when I say I'm going to record, is not how I respect myself. So, yeah. Keep going, don't stop. See you at the other tunnel ending now.